right now, if I was the Lakers, I'm looking at all of my options in terms of free agency. The Lakers have now landed the biggest trade piece we've seen in some time. My colleague Zach Lowe thinks it's the biggest trade piece since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He thinks it's that kind of move. So it's a huge moment for them. But they now have between $23 and $30 million to spend in free agency. And while I'm sure they're going to put in calls to the Kawhi Leonards and Kyrie Irvings of the world, this is a good year to have space because there's 35% of the league is a free agent. There's a whole bunch of other guys out there who I think could really help the Lakers and that aren't max players, that are sub-max players that you could fill out your roster with, just like kind of like the team that just won the title. They had one supernova and a whole bunch of really good players, and that, if I were the Lakers, would be very instructive to me.
Well, give me some names, Brian. Throw it out there for me. Play Pelinka, if you don't
right.
mind.
Well, the first thing I would say is take last year's strategy and light it on fire, where they just kept signing non-shooters.
Right.
Every single person who they sign must be a shooter. So I'm looking at guys like Brook Lopez, who they let go a year ago. I'm looking at guys like J.J. Redick. I'm looking at guys like Danny Green. You're not holding a parade for any of those rivals, but all of them could be very helpful. I'm looking at a guy like Bojan Bogdanovic, who you really have to be an NBA fan to know who he is, but he has had a brilliant year with the Pacers last year, would be a perfect fit. I'm even, and this is an incredible name, but I'm even looking at a guy like D'Angelo Russell, who, was sent packing by the Lakers 2 years ago. But the people who sent him packing and the circumstances of why he was sent packing have kind of dissipated. And if Kyrie Irving signs in Brooklyn, there's a possibility that the Nets will let him walk. He's young and is exactly the type of player that the Lakers need. Now, whether he would want to go back there is a different story. But you've got to find shooting. Even J.J. Did I say J.J. Redick?
Yep.
J.J. Redick. Shooting, experience, because you're now basically saying this is going to be a 2 to 3 year window. Let's get guys who can help us win right now. That's the choice that they have made, and they better back that up with moves in that direction.
Well, and then last one for you on this, Brian Windhorst. So what if the Lakers do go we want to get the big star, and it's either dated to the point where they could max this person out best they could, or that person decides to just wait around or takes less to just get to the Lakers right now? Is Kemba Walker a reality? Could that be a guy that they look at, which also would stick another pin in the Knicks' plan if something like that happens? What do you think about that, Brian?
Well, I think the ideal player for them right now is a guy who can handle the ball but doesn't have to handle the ball and can create his own shot but also be a spot-up shooter. The most ideal player ever to play with these two guys is Kyrie Irving. I mean, basically, this would be the Cleveland team that won the title with a huge upgrade from Kevin Love to Anthony Davis. Kyrie Irving is maybe you've heard me say this to you before. Mm-hmm. Kyrie Irving is maybe the best suited teammate LeBron's ever had. Not maybe the best teammate, but where their skill sets match. But Kyrie and LeBron's personalities off the floor and even on the floor at times don't mesh. That's not a reality. So Kemba Walker is a reasonable comparison to Kyrie Irving. They do some of the same things. But Kemba, I mean, for Kemba to leave a potential 5-year offer in Charlotte, which I don't know if he's going to get, but if he gets a 5-year offer in Charlotte, he's leaving tens of millions on the table. To leave even more money to sign for less than the max, I mean, I suppose it's possible. I haven't spoken to Kemba since the trade, so I can't say how he's thinking. But, I mean, yes, if your answer is would he fit, yes. Do I see that working with their current salary structure? I would be surprised.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.